Okay, let's go ahead and make a round placemat. So we are going to follow the same steps basically that we do for making an oval. The difference is going to be our starting strip. So there's a chart in our group that shows a bunch of different starting strip lengths that will give you different width and length approximate finishes. So I learned this trick on how to make a circle. Instead of just bunching and starting with a circle, we are going to just do a short start, and it is going to give us a rounded rug. Now, if you kind of look, it still does look a little bit oval at the beginning, but the farther out you go, the more round it does get. So this one is already done. I have my rope ready to go. We're going to make a table runner that is going to be a round table runner. So for a circle, you want to do your starting strip before your first fold to be 1.5 inches to 2 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure. I'm gonna aim kind of for in between that, like just over 1.5 inches. And that is gonna be my starting strip. So remember, I want my folds inside. Everything else is gonna be exactly the same as how we do an oval rug. So I have my zigzag stitch ready to go. We're gonna get this going under there. And when it is nice and secure, I'm going to pause because, like I said, we're gonna do the exact same things we do for an oval. So our first 2 corners are folds. Fold and fold, and there are videos where I walk you through a little bit more closely exactly how step for step how that's done. Go back and check out those videos if you need to. Bring it up, turn, adjust. There we go. Back stitch, forward stitch, back again, turn again. This is our second side. I'm going to come a little bit closer before I fold it over. Now what makes this a little bit trickier is, like you can see, this is all right here underneath the foot starting. So you have less to hold on to, kind of less to move around. So go nice and slow. You don't want to get your fingers caught anywhere. Take your time. You can do a little closer. There we go. Turn it. This side. And pivot. Okay, so this is going to start to bring us to the first corner that I'm going to want to pin. Now, because it is so tight, we're basically going to be curving the entire way around. So you still can absolutely pin it if that makes it easier for you. Absolutely do that. When we do an oval, typically after each corner, we kind of have a straight area. These ones, the straight is going to be very small to begin with. So as you do your corner, you can pin around as far as you need to. Like I said, the bigger that we go, the more rounded it will be, and the more it's going to be just curved the entire time, and even less straight. So that is where circles can be a little bit more challenging. Like like I said, go nice and slow, give yourself grace, especially when it's your first one. There's always room for improvement. Everything can be a learning opportunity. And eventually it'll come easy the more we practice, right? So there we go. We're already back to a curve. We've hardly gone anywhere. I'm gonna pull these pins out and just keep pinning and going. But really, that is all you need to do for a circle. Is you just keep going around and around, starting with that small starting strip. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this out, and I will show you our final product. And here is our finished circle table runner. So if you're doing a rug, obviously it's gonna end up bigger, but it's just that simple.